All right. So, what is your position title?
I am a 911 telecommunicator.
How long have you been a telecommunicator?
I've been working as a telecommunicator for 3.5 years.
What made you want to become a telecommunicator?
It was really my desire to help people. I've always wanted to do something in public service. For me, the ability to help others is very rewarding.
Okay. What kind of experience and or education do you need to become a telecommunicator?
You don't need any experience or background education to become a telecommunicator. Certain experience, though, would be helpful. Anything in customer service or crisis intervention, first responder type experience is definitely helpful. As far as education goes, it's not required. Degrees in things like emergency management, criminal justice, sociology, amongst other things, would definitely be beneficial going into this type of job.
Do they provide you with any training for the position?
They do. You go through weeks of initial training before you even take your first 911 call. They train you on different systems, different equipment, and of course how to take and handle 911 calls. They have different required certifications and classes that they put you through, like telecommunicator classes, as well as different classes that allow you access to criminal databases to run license plates and check for warrants. These certifications have to be renewed every few years. There's also different additional courses and training that aren't required, but you can choose to take.
Okay, so with your training, what exactly are your duties as a telecommunicator?
So the duties of telecommunicators are different depending on what agency you work for. My role specifically, I dispatch for law enforcement, EMS, fire department, as well as taking 911 calls. 911 calls are kind of the first step in the process. As soon as you answer the phone, you ask a lot of questions, you document everything that you're told and that you hear. It's important that you get the most accurate information so that you can best help the person who called. And then from there, the call is sent to the appropriate agency. That's when you dispatch fire, law enforcement, or EMS. It's our job as telecommunicators to listen to everything, document everything that first responders tell us as well, to ensure that their safety as well as the person that's calling. They call us the first responders because we're the first person someone speaks to when calling for help. To sum it all up, essentially, our job is to make sure that the right help gets to the right person.
Okay. What does a typical shift as a telecommunicator look like?
So there is no typical shift for a telecommunicator. That's one of the things that I like about the job. No two shifts are the same. You never know what your day is going to be like. However, you can always expect to dispatch and take 911 calls. That never changes. However, the agencies that you dispatch for may change.
What qualities would make a good telecommunicator?
Good telecommunicators are made up of several qualities. They have to be compassionate and empathetic. Working in a job that often deals with tragedy and trauma, you must be able to care for others and put yourself in their shoes. You have to have the ability to remain calm, whether the call is serious, like talking someone through CPR, or remaining calm when someone is yelling at you and being rude for something that may not be as serious. You have to be able to keep a level head to ensure that they get the help they need, whatever it may be. Being able to multitask and listen effectively is also important. The job requires you to do many things at once, like maybe taking 911 calls and listening to officers at the same time.
Okay, and with that, the qualities of one, what kind of toll does it take on your mental health?
The job is stressful. There's no other way to put it. Some days it's easy, some days you never want to go back. The job involves a lot of secondhand trauma for telecommunicators. Sometimes you don't realize the things that stick with you. You'll take a serious call and be completely calm until you get home, process it, and just break down. The job itself isn't easy. It's very common for telecommunicators to become depressed or have other mental illnesses. It's not always possible to compartmentalize and leave work at work.
And how do you act as a part of the criminal justice system as a telecommunicator?
Dispatching is a vital part of the criminal justice system, whether people realize it or not. We're gathering evidence that can help in trials when taking 911 calls. We're running warrant checks when officers are out with suspects so they can arrest offenders. We're providing officers with accurate vehicle and suspect descriptions to assist in arrest. We're documenting all the information that law enforcement officers give us when they're out on a call to make sure that the entire record is accurate for a report or if the call ends up going to court. All of these steps that are done by telecommunicators everywhere help to ensure justice is served and the proper people are charged with the crimes that they have committed. We may be a small part of the very early stages in the justice process, but a part that is nonetheless important than any other part of the criminal justice system.
Thank you for your time. That is all the questions I have for today, and I appreciate it.